Why do you call yourself a motivational speaker?
Because I have the ability to change the mood of the room. As a speaker, my goal is I want to have fun with my audience. I want to make sure that when they leave the room, they feel better than they did when they walked in. And most importantly, if they leave feeling really good about themselves, I know that I've been a success. Because I don't aspire to change their life, I just might change their hour.
What sort of groups might you speak to?
Well, I get a range of calls. It could be a professional development day, it could be a retreat, girls' night out fundraiser, or most commonly I get requests to do the keynote address at a conference.
So what type of presentations do you give?
Well, typically it's the keynote address because I'm asked to kick off the conference and set the tone for the day or the 3-day span, or wrap up the conference and make sure that they leave feeling good about themselves.
Does the size of the audience matter?
Not at all. I've spoken to as few as, well, one would be personal counseling, and that would be done over coffee. But the smallest group has been about 10, and the largest group 1,000. With the smaller group, I have to modify my style somewhat because I don't want to have too much energy going on. With a larger group, they're feeding me, I'm feeding them. With that energy combined, magical things happen.
What sort of messages do you deliver?
I like to keep my messages fairly simple. By taking a sidewalk view of the world and relating to them who they are rather than what they do for a living, I believe that we can reach that common ground. And how I do that is I like to share a lot of personal anecdotes laced with attempts at good humor. I like to apply creative applications to interesting props and deal passionately with the life issues that we might share.
What if the topic we want is not on your list?
Well, I would certainly appreciate you asking me, and I would be honest enough with you to let you know whether or not it's something that I would be prepared to speak on. I do have my limits.
Does it matter whether it's men and women, or what about ages?
Not at all. If they're prepared to listen, I'm prepared to speak. And if it was an all-male group or a particularly young group, I would certainly customize my presentation to cater to their needs.
How long are your presentations?
Well, they have been as short as 10 minutes, which can be challenging to me as the speaker, and they've been as long as 3 days, which can certainly be challenging to the listener. But ideally, as a keynote address, I'm in the range of 45 minutes to an hour and 15.
Can you customize your talks?
Absolutely. I get great pleasure from doing that because it allows me the freedom to be creative, but particularly if you have a theme to work with.
What can we look forward to if we hire you?
Warmth, wit, and wisdom.
Carol, do I deal with you directly?
Absolutely. You could call me, you could email me, you could flag me down on the street.
So, to sum up, how would we describe you?
I believe a good summation would be I am a motivational speaker to tickle your funny bone.